Currently 1 win and 3 losses. So, one player, the one that wins, will be 2 wins and 3 losses, and the player that loses will be 1 win and 4 losses.
Yeah, could be worse. Either way.
Yeah, AQC isn't the most inspired pick for the first track, but it is what it is.
It's like the safest pick.
I'd love to see more Vengeance first tracks, but not everyone's as nuts as I am.
I want to see more.
Ooh, and a death out of Zelascelar. Got a bit greedy on a boost there. Getting the sync up here, that's what the stream pause is for. And a death from Mystery Liquid, that is pretty much going to even them up. Although it looks like a slight lead for Mystery Liquid. No, actually it looks like a slight lead for Zelascelar because he got to boost. Alright, pretty clean figure 8 out of both of them. Not a bad time. Not a bad time at all, considering one death. Oh, and there's another one for Zelascelar. And Mystery Liquid will pull ahead with that one. So now, I imagine Mystery Liquid has about a 3-second lead. Yeah. Actually, Zelascelar taking the slower route there. Slower route.
About 2-second lead.
Yeah. And yeah, it's looking pretty alright so far. This is a pretty good lap out of Mystery Liquid. He hasn't had much trouble, and yeah, pretty much a great figure 8. 54 second lap, that's definitely not bad at all.
Yeah, much better than the first lap.
Well, any lap where you don't die is better than the first one. And Zelascelar hits that spot again.
Same spot.
No. Oh, and Mystery Liquid bites it there. Clips the edge of, what is that, a rock? I don't know.
He hit the right wall, I think. But it's not too bad. The death ratio is still 3 to 2. Oh, now it's 4 to 2.
Yeah. Mystery Liquid is going to get quite the sizable lead because of those deaths. So if he can remain clean through the rest of this race, then he should be pretty excellent.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's on pace for 256, maybe? Depending on how cleanly he takes this. Yeah, and a 255 out of Mystery Liquid. That's pretty good for a couple, considering he died a few times. And Zelascelar pulling ahead, or not pulling ahead, but
catching up.
Pulling into the 305.
Yeah, he was 2 deaths behind, 10 seconds. It's about what made it.
So Mystery Liquid will pick up the first track. And Zelascelar will ban the permanent bans first. The first permanent ban is Adobe Mountain Run from Zelascelar.
Interesting pick.
Yeah. Mystery Liquid takes out Fire Mountain Rally. It's a pretty common removal.
Yeah, very standard. We don't like using Bullseye.
Zelascelar takes out Vengeance. Sad. I like Vengeance. And Mystery Liquid takes out Abyss. Wow. Feeling daring today, are we? So.
Gotta make sure I'm keeping track of these. Temp Ben Mungaza Speedway. Why, man?
It's
fun.
Not an easy track to win.
Short and sweet.
So Ben is getting banned, Mongaza is getting banned, and then the track pick is coming in. So let's see where Zelascelar takes us. Yeah, grab lane is open. Baru
Peru
Coast.
Coast.
So we are going to be seeing some of those Barunda tracks, or at least one of them. What do you pick on No Ben Baru? I think the obvious answer is Bullseye, but
Mars Grow, I'd say. If
that's what I
you
would probably go with.
if you want the long boost.
Mars has good traction too.
Yeah, but if you're not good at the hairpins, Bullseye for sure. He's definitely the safe pick.
Yeah, Bullseye is the safe pick here, I say, but I crashed 6 times with him last time I used him on Baru Coast, so. Mr.
Well,
Liquid's actually going for Bull's Ruer.
Balls. This is
That's a risky pick.
that's a very interesting.
And we're getting some cutscene action here from Zelascelar.
It'll be interesting to see how Mystery Liquid takes the hairpins. Cause that, like, even as Ben, that barely works. And we got Neva Key from Zelascelar.
Yeah, Neva Key versus Bulls.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting considering Bullseye's open.
Well, Bullseye does die very easily, and that can be a concern when you're for these players.
This is true. Looks like we're going.
And off we go. I like seeing Neva Key, because it's kind of an interesting pick, but, you know, it's fun. And Zelascelar makes the jump. Mr. Liquid dies and will be unable to attempt it. So, quite a lead for Zelascelar coming in this.
Yeah. Zelascelar's looking a bit more practiced on this so far.
Well, Mr. Liquid has the Bull's Ruer boost, which will allow him to gain up quite a bit of time.
Although he goes to the right of the statue, it's a bit slower.
And let's see how Mr. Liquid can take these hairpins. They are not easy with Bull's Ruer, and he's feeling it. He's feeling the pain right now.
He's just gone on a ride.
Has not died though, but he is getting flung around like a pinball.
Yeah.
And he makes it through. But a significant lead for Zelascelar.
Yeah, the Neva Key mobility looks like it's paying off. He's not just alive, he's like all green.
Yeah. That's excellent on this track if you can pull that off. Zelascelar with a 124 first lap. That is very good.
It's pretty good.
For Neva Key, yeah. That's great. And Mystery Liquid looking like he's gonna get maybe 139, 140. Yeah, low 140. Oh! And another death out of Mystery Liquid. This is not his track. Zelascelar mounting an incredible lead.
Yeah, definitely looking super comfortable.
Yeah, Zelascelar's got about a 20-second lead here. Which, that is nothing to blink at.
Yeah, Mystery Liquid's only died twice, so 10 of those seconds are just straight up playing better.
Yeah, it's much easier to do with Neva Key because you can take more interesting boosts here than you can with Bulls.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to be a lot more conservative with your boost on this track when you're using a low turning pod. Unless you're Cobalt or you and you're using Ben. then you just go for that sub 4.
So you just gotta play, man. Just worry about the next turn.
Yeah. And another great time out of Zelascelar with a 1:25 second lap.
Yeah, Zelascelar is actually looking really good.
Mhm.
He's still pretty much green.
Yeah, I think he's even mounted up to a 30-second lead at this point. Like, yeah, that was another 14 seconds on that lap, so this is a 30-second lead for Zelascelar.
Yeah, Mystery Liquid's looking pretty rough.
I love the design of Nivaki's pod. It's really cool. Some would say that it's not as safe because your pod is right in the front and you'll die, but I think honestly, if you're
realistically,
yeah, if you're moving at 850 kilometers an hour right into a wall, it doesn't matter if you have an engine in front of you, you're dead.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, Nivaki's design would be a quicker, more peaceful death.
Yeah.
Potential for like shrapnel or whatever.
Yeah, and a 414.
414.
That is pretty excellent for Nivaki.
It's pretty good, Nivaki, yeah.
Yeah, given that he's using Nivaki and at this, you know.
That was very clean.
Yeah, that was just a great run overall. 2 warnings for Mystery Liquid. That's generally to be expected when you're using a Bulls. He's actually going to repair it and not just take the death.
Yeah.
But he might be looking at over 5 minutes here, so
2 reds is a pretty tough situation to be in, because that's like you're forced into 2/3 of your turning in one direction. Like 2/3 of your max turn. 5 flat.
Yep. So Mystery Liquid is gonna ban Ben. Zelascelar will remove Scrapper's Run.
Unfortunate. I also like Scrapper's Run.
That's a fun track. And Mystery Liquid is picking Howler Gorge.
Howler Gorge.
That's a fun track.
I like it.
I know.
It's like
I say that about every track.
I know.
I say that about every track. Ooh, that's a fun one. I just like this game.
Well, they're all fun, you know.
Wow, except for Fire Mountain Rally.
This is true. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I got my start doing any percent no upgrades, so I kind of really hate Fire Mountain Rally.
It sounds horrible. Well, you are the kind of guy who do Gasgano on Boonta Eve Classic, so
5 laps, no upgrades.
Oh my god.
It was fun though.
That was
15
like
minutes
15
of
minute, yeah.
Yeah, 15 minutes of brain cell killing action. It was great. It looks like they're just checking their parts and that sort of thing.
Ben has been banned.
Double bulls. That is pretty sweet. I like to see double bulls.
Bulls, huh? Yeah, I'd agree with this. Agree with the pick.
And Zelascelar is off. And so is Mystery Liquid. So this is Mystery Liquid's pick, and Zelascelar dying. That's unfortunate. I've died there before, and it's no less embarrassing. But even so, Zelascelar still seems to be very close. Oh, it's the sinking.
There's like a 4 second. I would fix it, but I don't know how to work it.
Yeah, that's the thing Ace mentioned in chat, and he just messaged me in Discord. Zelascelar might be using lower upgrades. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be going as fast with
Oh, you mean not the traction?
Yeah, well, not just traction, but look, he's. No, I don't know. Maybe his speed is off too. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Speed looks fine.
After this race, I'm gonna tell him to check that because he's gonna want to do that.
Well, he was over 640 on the straight. I think his top speed's fine at least.
And a perfect 10-10 tree for Zelascelar, but a crash from Mystery Liquid.
Oh, and he
Actually,
just goes straight.
he's not going to take it anyway. That may not be the right call.
Yeah, it's a bit questionable.
And Zelascelar is going to take a sizable lead because of that.
Yeah.
So if he can remain
even if you have to, even if you have to stop for a bit to turn back into it, it's worth it, I'd say.
Yeah, that's generally what you have to do when you die there. Unless you're doing ILs, then you just reset and then cry. Yeah, he's got a lot of height there. Yeah, I think he's got a lower traction. I would personally go into Howler with an R600. I want that extra control, and there's no real jumps that I want that bad, like on Death Rows or something. Crash out of Mystery Liquid.
On balls, I'd go R600 with 24 FPS.
Yeah. I generally try to stay away from low traction bowls. It's not the most fun to have. It can be fun, but not all the time.
Zelascelar makes it in.
Yeah.
If this keeps going this way, it's looking like it'll be 1-1. Oh, 2-1.
And clean 10-10 tree from Mystery Liquid there. A death from Zelascelar, but might not be enough for Mystery Liquid to pull back.
Yeah, there's quite a difference by this point.
Yeah. Zelascelar is just looking more clean.
Yeah. It looks like he has slightly better hairpins as well.
And if he wins his opponent's pick here, it's going to put him up 2-1. That's going to give him a very significant advantage. Because that allows you to effectively, if you were to trade rounds, because if you lose, you pick the next track. So
he'll maintain his counter pick advantage.
Yep. That's what makes the first race so important, but Zelascelar might be able to pull this back because of this one track. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Well, he's made it past the hard bit, so it's looking pretty done and dusted. There we go.
I'm just telling. I misspell Zelascelar's name every time I type it in a different way.
Zelascelar. I saw it.
Yeah. He's got one of those names. See, I kept it simple. My name is just Ronnie. It's 4 letters. Can't mess it up.
You're a faster typer than me. Damn.
Yeah, I think I can break 100 words per minute if I know what I'm typing.
Ben banned again.
Ben. Yeah, that's a pretty standard. Ben has been banned far more than any other pod in the game.
Yeah, I mean, and both sides are banning Ben.
Mm.
It's interesting.
Yeah, personally, I like a good Ben mirror, so.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, Ben's mostly all I know, but
Yeah,
Spice
in
Man.
chat, yeah, you could misspell my name like that, but it's not a big deal. Out of water, don't know. So,
So Zelascelar's
Spice
checking his
Mine.
upgrades after all.
Zelascelar is banning Spice Mine, so did he look at his upgrades? I didn't see. I was typing in the Discord. We're seeing Sunken City is where we're going next as soon as Zelascelar checks his upgrades. I think that's what he's doing here. Yeah, his upgrades. I don't know. Let's find
figured
out.
out something.
Yeah, he figured something out.
What was it?
Welcome to Otto's shop, huh?
Oh, his air
Take a look
brake,
around.
his cooling.
Everything you
His
need,
cooling?
Why was his cooling downgraded? That's like
You don't want that one down.
no, you don't.
That's a lot of boost loss.
It seems like he has quite a few things downgraded actually. Huh. Usually
Is he
it's
a-
traction.
Is
That's
he
weird.
like a no upgrades person?
Don't know. Yeah, look, if he switches to his other profile. Okay, whatever.
As long as we've got it all
Oh,
sorted out.
Ace pointed out to me on Discord he doesn't have the money to buy the other parts.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's
What the
weird.
heck?
All right. Usually if you winner takes all, you can.
Yeah, well, depending on how you play the game the first time, you can actually run out of money
Yeah.
if you go to the junkyard.
I've never managed to do it though. I managed with some junkyard management. I managed to break 100,000 at one point.
Yeah, but if you just do single player, no upgrades the whole way, you should be fine.
Hmm. Yeah, if you leverage Watto's junkyard and the stupid RNG, you can make a ton of money. But I've never had a problem with that before. Anyway, Sunken City, the boring Aqualaris track because it's Aqualaris Classic with the shortcut just kind of glued in there.
The Aqualaris detour.
I just did this track yesterday, actually. Got a, what was it, a 408 or something like that? Yeah, something like that.
Not too shabby. We'll see if Zelascelar can avoid dying on that one bit at
Yeah.
the start.
The shortcut is the equalizer, and Zelascelar's dead. And Mystery Liquid's
Okay.
dead. The great equalizer, ladies and gentlemen. What makes this track notorious? Actually makes
Yeah.
Buppies more notorious, and everyone forgets about this track. Whatever.
Much more difficult with balls as well.
Yeah, I think Zelascelar was on his no upgrades file there. Oops. But he won that race anyway, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah. Turns out if you die a lot less, it's pretty good.
And yeah, Zelascelar's
Mystery
looking
Liquid.
very solid.
Yeah, Mystery Liquid's looking good too.
Yeah, Mystery Liquid maintaining a bit of a lead here. His death was more fortunate than Zelascelar's.
He died on the other side, so he got respawned in a better spot.
138 is not bad for a death.
Zelascelar going the other way around the figure eight.
Yeah, he did that on Aqualaris as well.
Yeah,
That was weird.
unless you're gonna go right, it's not really good because you have to cross over, take a longer path.
I don't think all of I don't think all of his parts were downgraded. I think he had a block 6.
Mystery Liquid got the bad respawn this time.
Yeah, and that's gonna give Zelascelar the lead back.
Yeah. By a pretty good margin too.
Yeah, that's a very solid lead for Zelascelar. If he makes a clean 3rd lap, he should be able to take this. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, he's looking pretty clean so far.
Mystery Liquid's about 9 seconds behind.
A little bit of underheating there from Zelascelar, but he's looking pretty good. Mystery
Here's
Liquid
right
looking
again.
good as well. And yeah, so 128 out of Zelascelar. That's pretty great. Oh, and a death from Mystery Liquid on the figure 8. How unfortunate. 146 for him. That's a big lead to Zelascelar.
Yeah.
He would need to die multiple times here. Probably once on the shortcut. Yeah, once in the doors, once in the shortcut, once in the figure 8. It's possible.
I mean, even before the death that Zelascelar just had, it's still gonna take like at least 2 more deaths to equalize.
Yeah, and he didn't die on the shortcut. I have a hard time believing Mystery Liquid's gonna be able to pull this back now.
Yeah. The rest of it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. If you get super greedy with boosting, you can die, but...
Yeah. There are a couple of like sort of sudden turns where if you push it too much, it's pretty easy to die. But it's
like
also
the part
pretty
Zelascelar is approaching has a railing that seems to appear out of nowhere, this part here.
Yeah.
But that's killed me a couple times, but once you figure it out, it's basically nothing.
Yeah, he's looking pretty clean though.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like he's gonna get maybe a, what, a 448 or something? Actually, less than that. Like a 444. Oh, a little bump there. And a 442! Wow. And that's definitely not bad. So Zelascelar is up 3-1.
He's looking pretty strong. And he broke the canopy advantage too.
Mm-hmm.
Been banned again. Server challenge banned. We're going to scrappers.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who banned scrappers before?
Wasn't that Mystery Liquid?
It was Zelascelar.
It was Zelascelar. Okay, he did. Okay.
That's pretty interesting. It's actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
To go to a track that you know they don't like.
Yep.
Apparently everyone's ready and going, but...
Scrappers Run is a very fun race.
Yep.
It's got a couple of notorious death spots. 2 in particular. There's the death wall, because if you clip it, you die. And then there's the harsh turn to the left that happens. So let's see how they do. So far looking pretty good.
So that's not boosting up that ramp.
Yeah, loses a little bit of time there, but a death from Mystery Liquid and no death for Zelascelar. That extra boost didn't really matter.
Yeah.
And now across the bridge. Nice boost. Could have been longer, but hey, we're not counting.
He looked a bit nervous with the turn coming up, so it's fine.
Yeah. Generally, you want to boost enough on the bridge and don't underheat there, but...
Yeah. Ideally, you break it, like, just as you turn, but...
Yeah, for these, I don't mean to be mean to these players, but for them, it's, you know, more of a matter of not dying that they're trying to focus on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which I respect.
That applies to all levels, really.
Yeah. It's more important to not die than to hit the boost every time. And just really good crashing on the death wall again. It's the last
like,
big lead.
Cutting your boost slightly early is gonna lose you like, I don't know, maybe half a second, but if you die, it's like 5 seconds.
And wow, Zelascelar is looking very clean.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Almost a sub
40
with bowls. That's not horrifically consistent. Bowls often has problems getting those sub 40s. And
So
another crasher, Mystery Liquid. Yeah, this is
heat's pretty good as well.
might have been a mistake for Mystery Liquid to pick this one.
It's looking like
He seems to just be getting beaten up on it. And Zelascelar clips the wall a little bit, but hey, no big deal. And he's gonna get what, a 202? Looks like. So that's excellent.
yeah, that's pretty good, no
So-
matter who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. With bowls, that's pretty excellent.
Yeah.
So match point now. Zelascelar needs but one more race to pull this one to victory. Ben
Let's
is
see.
being banned, as is the Gauntlet, and Grabvine Gateway, no Ben.
Bullseye?
I would say so, but
Or Neva
possibly
Key?
Neva Key.
Actually, Zelascelar may go Neva Key.
Yeah. What if we saw a Neva Key mirror? That'd be fun. But I imagine Bullseye will be the favorite here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Neva Key a bit safer because he's more durable.
Hmm.
But if you want to go fast, Bullseye's the pick.
Absolutely. Bullseye is being selected by Mystery Liquid.
Zelascelar going Neva Key.
Looks like Neva Key is coming out here. I like
You
that.
know, Zelascelar, I'd say it's in his favor. Because Mystery Liquids hasn't been looking like too consistent with the deaths
Mhm.
throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a long track, we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. There's quite a few very difficult sections to this one that both of these players may have trouble on. And Mystery Liquid, yeah, that's something that happens with Bullseye a lot. You push it too far to the way you want to go, and he crashes. And Zelascelar, that's a nice little thing there. Makes it worth his while. Saving a bit of time. And Zelascelar with,
To not boost too much. Just
yeah,
keep it
pretty good
safe.
lead. And a crash out of Mystery Liquid, that's unfortunate. Yeah, this is actually very significant lead for Zelascelar already.
Yeah, about. We'll see.
About 7 to 8 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, 8 seconds.
Yeah, this may have been another wrong pick from Mystery Liquid, but we will see. And what we just saw was one of the reasons why Neva Key is so excellent. Incredible air brake. But oh no! 2 crashes from Mystery Liquid. Oh. The only person who can use bowls on this track is Cobalt. I don't want to attempt it ever. That was no upgrades bowls too. That was.
That's insane. I just don't understand.
Yeah. 158 for Mystery Liquid. That's not terrible.
Well, it could be worse.
Yeah. And not the cleanest shortcut from Zelascelar, but
No,
yeah, he was
but
counting.
not
The
really
racer
any damage. It's kind of
takes the
Is that his first
turn.
death?
That was his first death, I believe. Unless I missed one.
Yeah, I don't remember one.
Oh, there's a second.
Zelascelar giving Mystery Liquid a bit of an opportunity, but he's still quite a bit ahead.
Yeah, Mystery Liquid is quite far behind all of his deaths. And it seems that he's not very practiced on Bullseye. kind of doing what I did in my match against David, where I used Bullseye on Brew Coast and didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, Mystery Liquid had the red engine on the right, but he tried to VRF
Oh,
it.
it's heartbreaking to watch Mystery Liquid here. He is just crashing so much.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Zelascelar looking pretty clean though.
Yeah, he's died once or twice. Yeah, he died twice.
Yeah, he died twice.
But yeah, he's looking very solid.
Yeah, looking a bit more practiced. He's got a bit more durability on his side. Oh,
It's a shortcut, but hey,
abandoning it.
it's not really gonna lose him that much time, maybe a couple seconds at most.
No, absolutely not. Ooh,
Couple hard hits, but
that was a red engine. That was so close to dying.
I know. Speaking of, Mr. Liquid, with his umpteenth death, doesn't attempt
Yeah.
the shortcut.
I mean, who's counting really?
Yeah, the people who do the stats sheet, they're counting.
That's their job, not mine. Although it really should be mine since I'm here, but you know. Yeah, Swamp looks okay. Hit a few walls, but
Jeez, Zelascelar is so clean with Neva Key.
yeah.
I would honestly be scared to go up against him on Grabvine. That's kind of terrifying. At a 507 out of Zelascelar on Grabvine. Wow. What a gamer. And that is a victory for Zelascelar. He would go up 2 wins and 3 losses. Mystery Liquid was sit at an unfortunate 1 win and 4 losses. And I do believe we might be getting them into voice chat for an interview. So here's Mystery Liquid. Hey.
Hello.
Oh man, I just kept tapping walls, man.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it's rough.
And then about like 50 seconds along.
Hello.
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 Congratulations.
Yo. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Your Neva key was looking pretty solid, I have to
Yeah,
say.
Neva Key is baller.
Thanks. He's my favorite, I think.
Mhm.
I know. It's just he got that feeling of speed that's more intense than other pods.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
no.
his acceleration's something.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting that with the Grabvine of on Bullseye. I was like, wait, why do I turn so fast? I think I died once because I just was not expecting to turn as fast as I did.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
at the beginning of the first lap. You scraped against the right wall like a lot, and then blew up.
Yeah.
Especially coming from like bowls, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh,
Mhm.
I'm in the wall. Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be quite a spectrum of turning power that you have there.
Yeah.
For me, it was the opposite when switching to bowls at Howler Gorge.
Mhm.
I was not that feeling from going from from Neva Key to bowls roar. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
felt like
also
I'm
looked
driving a
like you had.
train.
It also looked like
Bowls
you
are
had some
rough.
problems with your upgrades there. What was that about?
That was all right. So I had 2 profiles. So where one is cell 100 with the less traction, and then my main is that one Evo tentacle.
Mm.
So I mixed up, picked my Zelascelar profile.
Pick the wrong file.
Yeah,
Mm.
which is not even full upgraded. I was like,
It was unfortunate,
Whoops.
but you still pulled it away. So
Yeah.
thanks, but I was mad because of a curse. I was like, what the hell? What is this? Like, I overheated so fast. I was like,
Oh no. Yeah, your cooling was kind of all the way at the bottom. And,
yeah.
I kept
oof.
going. I was like, I feel like I'm doing well, and then I would die like 3 times in a row because I'd hit like the slightly wrong wall and just explode.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and I died on a spot I never died before, especially on a gorge. That very first lap.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh.
I did that a lot. I was really depressed about the scrappers. I died every single time on that hairpin. When like 2 days ago, I did it where I could get that like 20 times in a row. I did it like twice in practice right before this, and then I just exploded.
Oh man,
yeah, you hate to see it happen.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's
I shat my
heartbreaking.
pants every time I did a turn.
yeah.
Well, with that, Zelascelar, you are now ranked as the highest among the 2-win, 3-loss players.
All right,
Mm. Yeah, so that's
I know what it means.
you're
This is
ranked
my first.
9 of 18, so that's
Oh,
nice.
okay. This is my first online tournament ever. So
I'm ranked 14.
What am I,
Oh.
50?
Mr. Liquid, you're 16,
Ah,
Ah,
and Gale Force is 5.
nice.
So
5?
Alright.
I thought I was
yeah,
lower. Or higher. Oh,
you're
worse. Worse is the one.
you're
Whichever
right
direction
behind
that is.
Dwy Guy, King Bean, Mike, and Ace.
Nice.
All right, well, I believe that is pretty much everything, isn't it?
guess so.
I think so.
Good game, everyone. Thanks to Gale Force for helping me commentate. Thanks for
Thanks for
to
helping
the
me
players
out.
for putting on a good
Yes.
show.
Oh, by the way, can I say something first?
Oh yeah.
I want to make a shout out to Ulukule and Bamse, two of my friends who's watching.
Nice.
All right,
All right.
that's it.
Well, thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting, and I'll see everyone later. Bye, everyone.
GG.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everyone, thanks to Gale Force for helping.